이런 식으로 생각해 보는 거예요.
是哪个国家？
这么好干啥？哎，都开不了。斩了火。 Original plastic ones. Hello guys, welcome to Boomwow Fireworks. My name is Carson Lee. Today I'm gonna do a test video for the plastic crackling balls and paper crackling balls. Let's check it out. Customers in Europe are talking about stopping fireworks with plastic, and Boomwow started to make this paper crackling balls in 2019. And as you can see, the crackling balls are almost in the same size of the plastic one, and but now they are made 100% with paper. So let's check it out. How does it perform? Let's check out the paper crackling balls. Now let's see the original plastic ones.
Carson Lee. I'm now in the fireworks factory, Xinghe. Do you guys know this factory? They are mainly making cakes and canisters for European and American market. And as what I've heard, they have about 280 workers. They make 200 to 300,000 cases of fireworks. I'm gonna show you today of the factory and of all the details of how to make fireworks and everything. So stay tuned. So you can't get inside. Actually, they have these facial recognition. He's asking me where I'm from and what I'm doing here. So would you please help me? Usually, every time when we visit factories, and we're gonna get a factory manager or factory like supervisor to follow us or to guide us in the factory. So 你可以帮我识别一下？可以 ，OK。你已经打开了 ，OK。So very good facial recognition machine. So this is something like a high tech now in the. And 我要签名字是吗？签名字、签日期、签时间。OK。打火机。请问有没有打火机？没有。I don't smoke. He's asking me if I do have a lighter, but I don't smoke. So, Hui, follow me! Hi. This is a huge factory. You can run here all day from the morning to the night and have a great exercise. So follow me inside the warehouse, inside the production line, and I'm tired. Fireworks are made with the paper like this. So they move from far away from another province and they travel all the way here and they're gonna cut it and roll it by the machine to make a paper tube. We're now in a paper rolling workshop to see how the paper tubes are made. Once the tubes are made, either they will put under the sunshine, they will actually move to the baking room and to leave them overnight to dry them. Magic! Woo! You can feel a lot of heat here. So the tubes are made, are dried, and to make sure that all cakes are not humid once they're in production. Once the tubes are dry enough, and the factories will do the next step, like pressing the clay by the machine. So in past 5 or 10 years, usually people are doing this by hand, but you know, the industry is actually progressing, and everything is made by mold. And let's see what he's doing and how fast he can do the pressing, okay? See, 100% good. It's kind of noisy here. We are now in the assembling workshop and they are making the firework cake automatically. So this is cool. Okay guys, I am in front of the warehouse of the factory and they've got two massive warehouses like this. Let me show you inside. So I'm now standing at a platform in front of the warehouse and they've got two of this platform here. And basically when they start loading containers, all the containers will gonna stop in front of the platform and they will start loading over here. Hello guys, I'm now inside of the warehouse and this is actually a 500 square meter warehouse and usually they load about, no they don't load, but they store about maximum 10 containers in such kind of warehouse. And as you can see, they have the waterproof and fireproof roof and they've made special treatment on the floor as well to avoid moisture. And as you can see, the line on the top of the wall, they have some regulation. They cannot actually store the cartons over 2.5 meter. Guess what? This is actually a gap prepared for CIQ testing, for mass production testing, for AFSO testing, or maybe for Module E testing. So you can actually go inside all the way path and you can sampling any product here and to do testing. I see a guy working in the warehouse, so let's see what he's doing. 你好。哦
Hello, 你好。
你怎么在这儿 ？Usually he's not here, but let's 介绍一下你自己 ，introduce yourself.
大家好，我是星鹅厂那个质量总监。
He's the okay. He's actually the quality manager. Super quality manager of the factory. So he's actually not working here. Okay. What he's doing is that he's doing a second check over or beyond the warehouse manager. He's checking the details on the cartons, of the warnings and labeling, if the cartons is broken or not. So if he finds any improper cartons or packaging, he's gonna take them out and replace them. So that's what he's doing. So thank you so much. 可以，谢谢。Usually I play a lot better than this way, but this is a very good factory. They even prepared something like billiard. They have table tennis. They have badminton. So all of the workers, once they are off work, they can spend a little bit of time over here and have fun. Hello guys, welcome to Boomwow Fireworks. My name is Carson Lee. I am now in a display show factory in Jiangxi.
Hello, 我是理发店的生产厂长，我叫彭伟简。
Shall I translate for you guys? His name is Mr. Peng, and he's from Jinping Fireworks. Yeah. So how long have you been working here? 你在这儿, I'm sorry, it's hard for me to switch in English and Chinese. So I'm gonna ask him what is his job and how long he has been working here. So he has been working here for over 10 years now. And he used to work in the cake factories, and he's here for the display show production manager for over 4 years. You know what? He's telling me that they are making 40 to 50,000 cases of display shows a year. They are actually making 2.5 inch to 8 inch, the maximum size, and the main market, the main focus is American and European market. So let's follow the camera and check out the secrets, how to make it a good display show. This is just like a jungle. Fiona, my colleague, she keeps saying that, he can easily get lost here. It's so beautiful. I'm gonna show you some views later. I can't imagine if I work here. You do not have to go to any gyms, I promise you, okay? He just told me, he was saying that he's gonna walk every day to the worker 2 times. Oh my God, check everything, step by step. That's a lot of work. So most fireworks factories in China are built in kind of like hills or in countryside areas. And on my back side, you can see the villages here. Now we're gonna, bees. That's nature. So we are going to pass through the powder line actually. And we got special permission today. Usually it is not allowed to use cameras here or to walk through with so many people. So that's actually very dangerous. And let me show you the secrets here inside of the powder line. So usually they have cameras here everywhere. And actually this is under supervision of the safety government in China. And I think that's also the reason why there are less and less accidents coming up. As you can see, there are little houses here. So the house to house, there are kind of like a gap here to make sure that isolated from each other and to make sure that they are 100% safe if anything happens. He's actually making stars, and so basically he's using adding some water, and then he's also adding some powder over it to make it bigger and bigger. So he's also trying to, how you say like that, trying to mix them as much as possible to make sure every star is made almost like the same size. This is actually sunshine room for the stars and the burst charge. They will just live here on the sunshine for 1 day a night, and they will move to the baking room and just stay another 2 nights. 就是在那边再放2天2夜。对对对。Okay, so that's to make sure the stars and the rice burst charge is dry enough for production. Look at this. Those are burst charge. Looks like actually rice, right? And they're not dry yet, so they move actually from here to the baking room. There's another one over there. So they actually tell me this is kind of like a step for them. So no matter if it's sunny or rainy, and all the stars and burst charge they made, they will have to put here overnight before they go into the baking room. So I must emphasize that it is so dangerous here inside of the display show factory, and it is not allowed to have so much people inside. Usually it is not allowed to use cameras or mobile phones during the production. So I'm not trying to give you a bad example, but I want to emphasize we had a special permission, and we are 100% sure that the process of making the video is safe and good. So I just want to show you guys some real secrets. That's actually the first step of making a display show. What she's doing now, she's attaching the time fuse through the display show and trying to glue it so to make sure that they're steady and stay in the center. So there is some difference as well, starting from 3-inch to 4, 5, 6-inch or 8-inch. They usually put 2 time fuse here to make sure the lifting charge go through and ignite the show 100%. She can actually make 2,000 a day. Oh, that's cool. So here is where they make the shells to assemble the display shells, and the workshop manager will give them a sticker like this to show what is the item number, what is the a contract number, and the size, the effects of the show she shall make today, and also how much burst charge and how many pieces, and also a sticker of the name of the worker. This is to make sure that every show is made 100% right, and to make sure that if anything happens, so they're gonna check who make this and on which dates. Yeah, let me show you that. So now he's loading the effects inside of it. And they all have the modes, you know, first on the bottom and then on the top cover of it. And she's making 5-inch today. 那你它是红白蓝，就是白蓝蓝橘啊？
我这是混，
已经混好了的是吧？
混在一起的。
哦。And now she's loading the burst charge in the center, and then she's also putting another burst charge to make sure the bursting. And she's placing everything inside of the shell. 两边都要炸药是吧 Okay. So actually they need burst charge on both cover, you know, top and bottom.
一边1.5嘛。
一边1.5。但敲一下没关系是吗？这样正常，安全的。
太重了。然后这个是放在这上面的。
Wrapping together. Almost done. So she's trying to glue the top and bottom together tight. Ooh, 5-inch shell. Just made, fresh. Thank you. She's now wrapping the shell. And before it's all made by hand, actually, you know how much roll they will have to do it this way. And now everything's made by machine. So they have a special, you know, they fix the timing of wrapping 4-inch, 5-inch, 6-inch, or 3-inch. So to make sure how many times they will have to wrap the shell. She's making 6-inch today. This is just made, fresh. I wouldn't say it is a display show, but it is a art, okay? How fast she's working. She works like a robot. So that's the final step. And that's already pre-made. And now she's attaching the lifting charge and fuse to the shell. Now I'm in front of the, not warehouse, but packing room. So they're doing the final packaging here. So they're trying to pick up, you know, different kind of shells. And sometimes for most of the display show customers, they are mixing the cartons. They might have 10 effects in one carton. So they will grab all the shells over to the rooms, and they will select and pack them before they load into the container. That's the end of today's factory tour, display show factory by Jinping Fireworks. So if you guys love my channel, please subscribe and share to your friends. And if you love to see any of the other firework factories in China, comment below and I will take my camera over there and show you what is special in China. Thanks for watching and see you next time. Hello guys, welcome to Boomwow Fireworks. My name is Carson Lee. We're here in a very special factory that's making small calibers only from 10 ml to 20 millimeter. So these factories in particularly are using a lot of machine in the process. And what I've heard is that they are making 1 million shots every day. So that's incredible. And let's check it out, the secrets of making a small caliber fireworks. So if you're new to my channel, subscribe now for more interesting videos about China fireworks industry. This factory is making the fusing by machine, and as you can see, they can fuse 32 tubes all at once. That's quite fast and cool. This factory, they also have semi-automatic fusing machine. As you can see, they first cut the holes and they're fusing the tubes by hand. I mean, it's actually done by 2 steps. Still quite fast, but a little bit slower than the automatic machine. Hello guys, I'm now standing in front of the powder line and we've got the special permission to take a short close-up video. The first step we're going to do here, they will load the lifting charge in a powder, effect powder with the mold. And the second step, what they're going to do is that they're going to press the powder of the inner tube by machine. So check it out. Now I am standing in the workshop of fusing and assembling. So this factory is slightly different than the other cake factory because for most of the other cake factories, they first do the assembling and then load lifting charge and powder weight. But for this factory, what they have done is that they first do the fusing of the empty tube and then they will send it over to do the loading of the lifting charge and powder weight. And after that, they will move into this workshop to cut how many shots of what they want, and then they will do the assembling, fusing, and this is totally different than making a big caliber cakes. The tubes are ready with effects, so she is cutting as many shots as she wants to make the cake of today. She is assembling 100 shot cake today. Guys, you can see they paint the end of the tube in different colors. So that's the best way to differ the effects from one to another. And the lady will select what kind of effects she wants for each row to make a cake like that. And that's very precise and delicate. She's working like a robot. So once they assemble the cake, they will leave here outside for 3 or 4 days. And before packaging, they're gonna move to another bake room to make sure they're dry enough. So yeah, I love the small cake like this. So ladies and gentlemen, and this factory actually making two of our 200-gram cakes, one 55 short, Hello Summer, and the other one 86 short, Where Candy Corn Corn Spoon. And if you love these two cakes, try to shop nearby, search for these two cakes. So they are pretty good. I just sampled one cake and I'm gonna test it right now. So ladies and gentlemen, I wanna shoot 100 short small caliber cake. So not bad. A cake like this, I mean a small caliber cake like this, they make a lot of different other cakes with tails and also higher tube size and everything like that. They also make some burst effects. So this is one of the best factories that is making the small caliber fireworks. So if you like my channel, if you like my factory videos, subscribe now and share to your friends. So see you next time. Actually, they can make smokeless, smellless. Actually, they can make smokeless, smellless. Hello guys, welcome to Boomwow Fireworks. My name is Carson Lee. In previous videos, we've been traveling different factories like display shows, rockets, cakes and fountains. And we're here today in a very special factory producing only stage fireworks, or we say cold flame fireworks. So like stage fountains, waterfalls, ice fountains, colorful flares, signal flares, etc. And what I've heard is that they've been producing the waterfall lenses in the New Year's fireworks celebration in Sydney and also in Istanbul. And that's are not the only two places of the products being used. So, and many of the local Chinese display companies, they've been using their products worldwide as well. So here is one of the typical products they make, signal flare, being used in football games and also rescue purposes. And just twist and turn upside down and pull the ignition fuse, and it contains with very sharp lights and flare. They are making stage fountains like this from 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8 meters, starting from 5 seconds to 60 seconds.
不好。
This factory is labeling all the ice fountains by machine, and it's made 100% perfect and also fast. So they produce 149 ice fountains per minute. This factory is making really good ice fountains from 4.5 centimeter to 30 centimeter, duration from 10 seconds to 110 seconds with general or smokeless and smellless ice fountains, and also color ice fountains as well. Guess what's behind me, those giant cartons? They are fireworks lenses. I am making some fireworks lenses. So if you guys have seen any fireworks lenses in live, share your pictures in the comments. They might be possibly made in this factory. 2020! They produce a lot of products here, from ice fountains, stage fountains, conic stage fountains, flash port, color flare, and diamond flowers, fireworks lenses, handheld torch, fan fountains, handheld fountains, stage belay, and triangle wheels, round wheels, quadrant wheels, and 50 meter, 60 seconds waterfall for outdoor, and 10 meter, 60 seconds waterfalls as well. And I'm gonna try some of those samples. I'm gonna test some of their products, and that one is Ghost Stroke. Let's start. Woo! Oh. I think people use this for outdoor concert, some kind of like concert, right? Red fire port. Ooh. It's not boring red. Ah! Woo! Oh my god. Oh my god. The color is so good. I mean, it's sharp. Pretty good. Red handheld torch. For outdoor use as well. I think this is also for can be used for rescue purposes. Woo! We are the champion! I think you have to use glasses when you fire this.
Good quality. 顶着一个泥，啊不，
可以吧？再拍吧。 They have a testing site, as you can see, 1 to 10 meters. Actually, they're making different kind of stage fountains up to that height. So let's check out this one, 5 meters, 30 seconds. Cold flame for stage, and I just touched by my hand as well, so safe.
这也是法院音乐呀吧？你这个了。关个了冇？关个了，已经关个了，已经关个了。冇开机啊？你冇吓我了你？我就费了眼就。蹭，那就真的是我本来3趟老板，你说
Red and green diamond flowers. Beautiful. Fan shaped fountain. People use a lot for stage as well. Gold and silver. (3 meter, 30 seconds corner fountain. Indoor, smokeless. Stage belay. Oh, signal flares. I think it's mostly used in rescue purposes or football games, football stadiums. Ice fountains. It's nothing really special, but actually they can make smokeless, meltless, general with color and everything like that. So this is actually 12 centimeter, I think. And they've got 4.5 centimeter to 30 centimeter, different sizes. Happy birthday to you. Happy New Year. Oh. Joe? Okay. So, I mean, guys from... yeah!
Thanks for your time.
Okay. Guys, you really have to visit China now. I assure you, you will love staying or working in a factory because they have plenty of different kind of trees here. And if you visit in September or October, and you will love the smell. Guys are now in the production line of the fireworks factories. So you might have been visiting China, visiting fireworks factories, or you might have not been visiting China. And I personally have been selling fireworks for over, let's say 15 years, 13, 15 years, and I never tried to make fireworks by myself. So this is a big challenge for me, and let's follow my camera and see what I can do and how I will play and what kind of firework I make, okay? What I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna sample randomly one of them and start making my own fireworks. So, let's take this one. So let's take a mark. Carson. Oh. I'm gonna make. Next step is to load the lifting charge. So it's actually too professional and too dangerous, and I actually am not trained to do this. So I'm inviting the supervisor, quality manager, to do this favor for me. And 谢谢你. Okay. So he's gonna load the lifting charge with mold to make sure that the lifting charge is actually loaded 100% good and well. So every tube will have the same amount of lifting charge. Okay. After loading the lifting charge, and here is the next step. So 我们现在要干什么? So what should we do next?
现在是上效果这个阶段，刚才我们把发射销已经装好了，现在要抵那个纸包吧。
Okay. So now we will have to load the inner tube inside of the cake. So the first step, 第一步是干什么?
第一步是滴纸包吧。
Okay. So the first step is that you have to put the paper cap in the tube.
再放那桶。
Okay, I'm so bad at working this way. So if I am working in the fireworks factory, I don't really think I can. Okay. Usually for the workers, they will have to load, make sure every tube is with a paper cap before they load the inner tube, right? So 就是先把这个弄完之后，再放这个内桶。OK， 好，现在你放一下。
好，你放第二个。
Okay, I will put this too, the second one. Okay, so, and after this, we will have to put another cap on the top. This is to make sure the inner tube doesn't come out. Tube and cap. So now we start packaging, and for inner packaging we will have to make put some kind of like a cardboard paper to wrap the cake. Okay, and after that we're gonna have to put one of these cardboard paper on the bottom to protect leaking of the clay. See what I have made. I made 100 short 20 ml cake, and I'm gonna shoot and see how does it look. And I'm so excited because I participated in the whole process of making my own firework. And you see, this is actually labeled crap. You know, those workers can make it a lot better, and I even forgot the fuse stickers. For most of the time you have to put your fuse stickers on, and before you light it you have to tear the fuse stickers off, and before you shoot. Let me show you. So this is the right way actually. So now I'm gonna shoot my own firework. Oh. Yeah. Let's see what I have made. This is 100 short to 20 millimeter cake.
so excited! You can't imagine when you make your own fireworks. Yes! Come join us. When you come next time, I'm gonna take you to the factory to make your own firework, okay? And this is super great experience. A real great experience. Cobra comes! Ah! Hello guys, my name is Carson Lee. I am now in a sparkler factory. I know you guys might use sparklers in different kind of occasions like birthdays, weddings, and even having some, fun in backyards with your children. So let me show you how the sparklers are made and the secrets of that. Here's the first step of making the sparklers, and the ladies are placing the wire to the mold like this. Looks like I'm cooking, right? Second step. Yes? 我还来一个. Usually they dig 2 times to make it thick enough. Có bộ đi bạn sẽ có của có đi à? So cool. It's actually cloudy today, and here is the third step. After digging the powder, they move outside door, and when it is sunny, they keep it outside for an hour to make it dry. And when it is cloudy like today, usually they will leave the sparklers outside for 2 hours, and then they're gonna move inside again to do the second round digging. He is doing a very detailed job of making these number sparklers. The reason why he do this is because there are some angles, and they have to make sure the sparklers, the number sparklers, every corner is done 100% right and with powder. Number sparklers, stars, unicorns, Christmas tree. Once the sparklers are dry enough, they are now taking them off from the mold and getting them ready for packaging. Simple and easy, right? Final step, packaging. It's so difficult for me. So difficult. 这个都很难，装袋子都很难，真的不容易。
要区呀，那个。
哦。The lady telling me that I have to blow up. Yeah, that's a lot easier. That's a lot easier. Okay. See. Okay. A lot easier. Okay. Good. I'm doing a good job. Ah. 你只会洗塑了。
对。
基本上都是折的。
你买的，我不要。You guys know what it is? This is something typical from Hunan. Something like what we call it battle nuts, but in Europe or in Taiwan, people love it. So sometimes some people really get drunk because of this. I now with the manager, Mr. Dong from Golden Rabbit Factory. We call it Jin Tu Sparkler Factory. So 邓总，那个跟大家打个招呼。
Hi, hello.
我刚有看到就是一些就是数字电工花，然后有那个7寸，然后普通的。那还有没有一些别的这个造型类的或者颜色的？有吗？
里面都有好多。
Okay.
随便选。
I'm asking him because we've seen some kind of number sparklers and normal sparklers. So I'm curious about if they have some kind of like color sparklers or even other shaped sparklers. And what he told me is that there are a lot in the warehouse, and I can actually choose whatever I want. I can start a sparkler party. So follow me. Oh, I'm getting so excited. 这样子是。 guys, welcome to Boomwow Fireworks. My name is Carson Lee. Happy New Year! It's been 2 months since I made my first factory video, and thanks for subscribing. I would like to share with you guys that I've got 1,500 subscribers and a lot of great views, great comments and shares. So you guys has supported our growth. So in 2020, we're gonna travel a lot more factories and make a lot of more interesting videos for you guys. So if you're new to my channel, subscribe now. And do not forget to leave your comments of what you wanna see about fireworks industry in China. So today, I'm now in a Roman candle factories, and it is supposed to be one of the biggest in the world because they are making about $5 million of Roman candle every year. So let's check it out. This factory is making the Roman candle chips by themselves, and it is actually slightly different than making a paper chip of the cake. It takes 5 seconds to make one tube, and the quality is so good. Hard. And actually, they will have to pick out those that are not good. Once the tubes are made, they first will leave it here for about a day, and then move outside to keep it under the sunshine for 3-4 days until it's dry enough, or otherwise they're gonna move into the bake room and to make sure that every tube is 100% dry before they're making the clay. I'm now standing in front of the workshop making the Roman candle barrage by the machine, and it is actually not made by machine previously and all by hand. So what he's doing now is inserting the clay cap, inserting the sawdust, inserting the inner tube, layers by layers, and he's making the 8-short Roman candle today. That's cool. It's 2 degrees today, and if you guys have been visiting China in January or February, you definitely have experienced how cold it is in China, because I've been traveling Europe and American, and even when it was like -5 or -10, I don't really feel colder than I am here in China, because here in China it's definitely cold into the bones. So as you can imagine, when you're working in a factory like this and you have to leave all the doors open because of the safety reason, and you cannot use any air conditioner, nothing in a fireworks factories. So that's very challenging. As you can see, the workers are using headsets to protect their ears, but they cannot use gloves, and when they are making the final packaging of the candle barrage. So let's check it out, how precise of the work and how challenging of the work, and when they are, especially in the winter. She's doing the final packaging process, and currently this is still made by hand, but most factories, some factories are doing the packaging by machine already. So what she's doing now is to seal the both ends first, and then to do the labeling. Labeling by hand. So single candles are mostly sealed with a cellophane like this. This factory is actually making some Boomwow Roman candle, and that's actually an 8-short neon party. And on my right hand, that's a 2-colored 8-bore, one of our best seller. Beautiful. And they are one of the most professional factory making the candle barrages for European and American market. And this is being used a lot in fireworks displays, and that's actually a final made, ready to ship product for European market. This factory is also making candle barrage for domestic market, and it is supposed to be called like city fireworks. That's to say, a little bit no noise than the actual fireworks with big bands. So let's check it out. She is making the candle barrage. So once she finished the step of making the candle barrage bundles, and what they're gonna do is they're gonna shape and then place them in a carton like this to have a different kind of firing, you know, like V, W, and straight firing. She's now connecting the candle barrage candles together. She's now fusing the candle barrage bundles together, and this is actually 1,000 shots. This is actually low noise fireworks, so the trend is not just in Europe but also in China. People are looking a lot more low noise fireworks as well. And now in the warehouse of the Roman candle factory, so they're all full, ready for shipping. That's the end of today's Roman candle factory tour video. If you love my channel, subscribe now, and do not forget to leave your comments of what you want to see from China fireworks industry. See you next time. My name is Carson Lee. Yeah, yeah. Yeah! They laughing at me all the time. Hello guys, my name is Carson Lee. Welcome to my channel. I stopped by in a very special factory that is producing mini rockets and moon travelers. So this is one of the 3 factories in the world that is still producing this typical item. So I'm having here today Mr. Gan, and the owner of the factory, and I would like to ask him some questions about this special rockets and see what he says. Okay? 那甘总，would you please say hello to the audience？ 打个招呼。那个我想问一下您，就是说，因为这个产品，这个还是我小时候玩的哈。然后你用一句话来概括这个产品的特点是什么？
就是现在到至今为止，一切都是还是纯手工制作。
Okay, so I was asking him, what is the specialty of this item, because this is some kind of item from my childhood, and his answer is the most typical, specialty of this item could be this is 100% made by hand. So as we've been traveling different factories, and many fireworks are, some part of it can be made by machine already. So 那我想问一下，既然是纯手工，那它应该出货非常非常慢吧？
哦，出货，现在
He started laughing.
4-5件一天，像将近80人。
You know what? I was asking him how many cases he can make every day, and the answer was 50 cases for 80 people. Can you imagine that? Because we've been visiting different factories then, and most of them they can make about 30,000 cases a year, or even 200,000 cases a year. And I would ask him why he can still, persist in producing this item. 那你坚持的理由是什么？就是这么难做，然后出货率又这么慢，对。
对，就是出货比较慢，像我们都是申请了那个文化遗址的那个产品。
He got the certificate from government of the intangible cultural heritage, and that's cool. 那申请的非遗还有呢？
还有就是那个一直坚持下来，都是以我们小时候童年啊，以坚持这个东西，反正是要把这个东西一直做下去，
传承下去。
对
Okay. And Mr. Gan said he grown up with this item, and he still want to continue making this item and keep this item in the market. So if you guys still want moon travelers, make sure that try to order a little bit, okay? Try to order a little bit to keep this item in the market, okay? Let me show you how these products are made. This factory is still in a kind of like a mountain, and if you look on my backside, it looks like a valley. Come on, come on, follow the camera. Let me show you the villages of China. 看一下那边. I can see the red roofs. Beautiful, right? So if you guys love China, love fireworks, you have to visit China. And I'm gonna show you the view, the nice view here. He keeps saying, so most of his workers are elder. I mean, a lot older than the usual workers. So let's find out. And that's one of the reasons why the fireworks are made slowly, rather so slow, and also in the output it's quite, limited. Now I'm inside of a workshop, and as you can look around, most of the workers here, I could call them grandpa and grandpa and grandma. All of the workers here are a little bit elder than most workers in the fireworks industry, and here is a factory that is more typical because most of the factory workers are in their elder age. Maybe they might be 50 or 60 or maybe 65 or whatever. I really got touched because I'm asking him, how those grandma and grandfather, they came here because they even can't move well, but how do they come and to work? So 他们是怎么来的？每天？
我们都是每天早上派人去接，
晚上还要送。
对，傍晚的时候就送。
Okay, so he's saying that they actually picking them up and sending them back every day, and so this is not just about a firework industry, or this is not just about a work, but it's more about love. Because that I could imagine, that's one of the biggest reasons that he is still doing this job, because all of these neighborhoods, all of these eldest neighborhoods, they still have a will or wish in this fireworks industry. They still have their own love as well. But so precise, as you can see, it looks like it is done by machine. So if I'm gonna do it, it's just kind of like, it's so difficult for me to find the tubes. So what I'm gonna do is that I'm gonna do the same work of what he's doing, and I'm gonna make a hole over there. Let's see. Where is that? Hey, one. One. Huh? Two. Why are you? They're laughing. They're laughing at me all the time. If I work here, if I work here, I don't really think that I can, Okay, where is that? Okay, 6. 4. This is so difficult. You know what? The guy behind me, he is actually number 1 in making the holes here in Liuyang. I'm pretty sure it should be in China, and also number 1 in the world. Let's check out how fast he can do this. Start! Yeah! 佢嘅表現咯。Yeah. 2 minutes 50 seconds. So 469 chips. Crazy. Now I'm gonna show you something really interesting and incredible. Dong 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 dong. 係我話，看呢邊，看呢邊。 you know, what he's doing now, what she's doing now is that she's trying to, you know, put the fuse inside of the rocket actually. So as you can see, when you're playing a very small rocket, and it might be done by a 80-year-old grandmother. So it's just incredible. Let me show you what, you know, how good she's doing the job. Now I'm gonna show you how I do this. Fusing the Whistling Moon Travelers. Hold on. So the only thing I want to explain is that if I am working here, I don't really think that I can make a case or even half case as what I do. So this is so authentic and so detailed, and I do respect, I'm definitely laughing a lot, but I really have to say I do respect all of the workers here and all of the grandma, grandpa here, because they're doing a real great job. So here is where they label all the rockets. Final packaging. This factory, they also make the Oz rockets. I mean, something slightly bigger than the Whistling Moon Travelers, and that's the, the way and how to do it. Imagine if I shoot all of this. One. I think she should fix it for me. I made only 3, and I think she made about 30. So, and even they will have to remake the 3 as well. You are the winner. 赢了。好。拿你的镜头，你点镜头。这个。Even though this is rather too simple, like 2 steps or whatever, but this is the most, most incredible experience. And I would say, I've been traveling different factories. I've been working with different factories like cakes and rockets and shows, and all of them, they are massive, they're fancy. But these factories, and I'm pretty sure that you guys, when you come to China, you will have to visit them and visit Mr. Gan, because they are still doing other work. I mean, they're still making something like cedar missiles and the Whistling Moon Travelers and some of the other mini rockets as well. This Moon Travelers, because I really couldn't remember when I shot it last time. It might be like, maybe 20 or 30 years ago. No, 25 years ago. So I hope you guys will still love this item and to keep this item in your collection, okay? Oh, having fun with it. This 可以啊。And that's the end of today's factory tour. And if you like my channel, subscribe and also leave your comments of what kind of factories you want to see in China in the fireworks industry. So thank you so much. 谢谢，谢谢你，谢谢，谢谢，谢谢，谢谢。